Good morning to you. Guy Watson here, Bognor Regis Bonsai. Well, today is the 27th of July and I've got a few little jobs to do before I have to pop into hospital. I have bits of me replaced. So I just thought I'd show you a few little jobs today that have got to be done. I've always said when I started doing bonsai and I did start to make videos, I would show them with warts and all. Well, here's a wart. An oak tree that has not survived for some odd reason. It looks as dead as a dodo, as has been said in Belgium. So putting that to one side, that was from a seed planted at the same time and in the same method as this one. And this grew from the acorn and the other one hasn't. So I want to slip pot this one today. Obviously I can't repot it, get down to the roots because it's not the right time of year at the end of July. But we want to slip pot that one later on into a pot I've got up here. But let's have a look and see if we can see anything that might have caused the death of this one. Well, I would imagine it's to do with the roots. Either something's eaten them or they've rotted, but they're no good at all, are they, to man nor beast? So that's got to go straight in the bin, and then we'll have a look at slip potting the other one. Right, here we go. Okay then. Right, well, before I start the slip pot, there are some dead pieces on this tree that might as well chop off now. Dead wood. The reason for slip potting this is we saw the roots of the last one. I don't want that to happen to this one. So we'll see what we can do. Yes, I've had a few trips up to Chichester in preparation for this cart replacement for myself. Bit of a struggle to get up there at the moment because we've got glorious Goodwood going on, the horse racing. So the queues are quite tremendous on traffic for going up. Obviously when I actually go into the operation I won't be able to drive because I won't be able to drive for 6 weeks afterwards. So I'll have to get a taxi up and back. So I hope he allows enough time for the Goodwood traffic. And looking at all this dead wood on this oak, there was something not quite right going on. I'll change, these were positions on a north facing wall of the house. So I'll pull them out into more the open air. Now, this one was actually sat next to the other one, and this one survived and the other one didn't. But I will change the position of this one once I've slip potted it, just in case that was the cause of anything. I think there's a bud on that one, so we'll just take that one off. It's a dead bit. Right, and that one in there we obviously don't need. Right, I'm going to leave it at that. Let's just empty this out. And let's see about getting it out and slip potting it into this pot here. I wasn't able to get the wires out there, it's wired in. Let's have a look for that. There's a wire. you go. That's not all going to come out as one solid lump. Anyway, we'll get what we can out of it. Right, we won't do much to that. Put that down here. Put some fresh compost into the bottom of here. We'll go for that sort of angle for the front. Tie this in here. Right, that's pretty well held. Let's top up with soil. Soil, compost, substrate. Any word seems to fall out of my mouth. And I've managed to remember my chopstick this time. See, it twisted round that, didn't it, while I was doing it? Okay, well, we'll leave it there. This is just to try and let the tree survive. No root work at all, so I would hope it will. Okay, well, I think I'm just going to put some water on that in a minute, and that's then slip potted, and let's hopefully that will survive. Right, we'll have a look at the next project. Okay, well, here's the next project for today, an Acer Campestre or Field Maple. Now I'm going to slip pot this as well, as I think I'd like the trunk a bit bigger, so I'm going to put it into a bigger trading pot. But before I do that, I believe there's a problem up here where we have three branches coming out very close together. So I think I need to remove one of those. And what I'm thinking of doing, I think if I keep this and this, they're going to be too close together. If I keep that and that, it's going to be too much on that side and nothing over here. So I think I have to keep that one and this one and remove this one in the middle. Well, it's going to take a lot of foliage away, but I think that's the best way for the tree, and that branches won't be competing with each other. I think that one has to go. So using a newly bought hybrid cutters. Major cut. There, I think that has actually improved the appearance of it. And while we think about that, looking up here, we have three coming from the same place. A bar branch here and one coming up the top. Because this one over this side is interfering over the top of this branch, I think this one has to be removed. Gone. Right, that's opened the tree up a bit, and I think I quite like that. Right, okay, let's get on with the slip pot. Okay, just make sure you're recording. Yes, that's okay. Right. let's get this tree out. Should have cleared that rubbish away. There we go. Right, okay. I actually obtained this tree at our club meeting last month, or maybe the month before. Ah, no, that's a proper slip pot. It's come out in one lump. Nice little pots there. Use that for something. Right, needs a bit more soil in the bottom. Get that one in there. I think that'll be fine. We'll come over the roots there. Tie this one in at the back. There's the pliers. There we go. Well, I thought I was all organised with tools today. I have done better than I have done in the past. Twist and pull. That feels firmer than it did before. Right. Let's finish off filling it in. I bought this because I've always wanted an Acer Campestre. I have tried a couple in the past, but I'm afraid I managed to kill them. So I've got high hopes for this one. While I'm here, let me just chop these bits of wire off. Push that down. That's better. And this should survive no problem because I didn't touch the roots at all, and the root ball remains also intact. There should be no problem with this tree surviving. And next spring, possibly think about a repot of this one as well. We'll see though. Maybe the year after. See how it grows next year. Right, so there's the field maple, Acer Campestre, slip potted, ready to grow again and pruned up somewhat. Right, just water it in, and I think we've got one project to do. That'll do for now. Well, here we have the final project for today, an Escallonia, an apple blossom type thing. Right, bit of a beast. Obviously it needs to be trimmed down a lot. If you spin round of it, you can see there's an awful lot of foliage up there. I think that sort of angle is going to be the front. I've actually marked it, so there we go. But I want to show you these roots and see what you think about those. So let me zoom into those a minute. Right, well here are the roots. What do people think I should how I should treat them? Obviously there's some horrible raised roots, but are they horrible? Could they be made a feature of the tree? This one here in particular, and coming round to what I perceive to be the front, from this angle, should these roots be made a feature from here? I mean, this one comes out from here, comes under here, goes through here and then dives down in here. But I think I'll try and leave it for now as a gnarly sort of root system. But if anybody can have any other suggestions to it, somebody might say remove the lot. But there are bits of that I quite like, and I do quite like that as a feature of the tree. So my initial feeling at the moment is to try and leave it and see what I can make of it in the future. But if anybody has any real opinions that they should not be left and should be removed, please let me know and why. Okay, let's get on with some pruning up the top. Okay, I'll keep this an overall view for now, so we can possibly get rid of some of these things up here. Thinking of coming down to two nodes virtually everywhere around the tree. A fairly simple prune up for that. As you can see, over the last few years it has been let to grow. I'm going to cut this one back down even shorter and hope you have a branch coming out here. Right, over here. Cut it down to there. Don't like that at all. Actually, I think I prefer to use scissors for this. And then up here. Here, outward facing branch. Take that down to 3. Right, well this is short to get, but obviously it's the first job to do. I can't do anything until I can see something. Leave that one for now. I bought this tree fairly early on in my bonsai career. I just saw it in I think it was in B&Q. And it was at a reasonable price, so I thought, well, why not? I've still got to start looking around for the $50 bonsai challenge that was set to me by Tony. I'm afraid it's going to have to wait until a bit more into the, well, probably next year. While I'm all sorted out with my bits. Might be a thicker one, but I'll need a bigger cutter. We'll chop that down, don't want it to grow thick further up, so we'll chop it right back. Right, well that's getting tidier. Here's another thick one. Oh, and this one up here. Alright, I'll cut it off shorter just for now. But that's going straight up. That might be a candidate for removal later. See how it goes. This is the easy bit. It's the cleaning up afterwards where we've got to get in and get the structure built. Thicker one coming up. And again here. The thing about this tree, the way it's going at the moment, there would be multiple apexes. And looking at this branch, that will have to go because it'll go right across the tree. So I say we don't want multiple apexes. There's something will have to be done to bring it back just to the one. Right, there's a much shorter tree now. Right, let me do a bit of clearing up, then we'll have a closer look at the tree. Okay, well let's start looking into this tree in a bit more detail. Let's start down here. I don't like this branch that's growing straight up here. That'll have to go. Tidy this up here. I'm going from the inside of a curve. Shorten this one down. There. In fact, I think I might take it back even more. There we go. More crotch growth in here. Dead twigs here. Right. This part here is going straight up. That's off. And that's broken off there. Oh well. Makes my mind up for me what to do there. Leave that at that. Moving up here. There's a discoloured leaf, we'll have that one up. Now then, there's too much going on up here. Clean up job first. I'll take this one off here, I think. And looking at this one here, this is too cluttered, so we'll remove this. Dead leaves. Right, what have we got over here? Right, there's a leaf in here. That's starting to form a branch, we don't want that. Oh, can't get it to cut it. There we go. This one here is going straight up. Remove that. Tempted to remove that because it's too close. Alright, that's too close to the crotch. That bit's dead. Shorten that one down. Right, let's have a think. If that's going to be the front, I'm not really thinking properly here. This I'd like to think I'd like to be the apex. So this one here has to be reduced. Either that or reduce this and have this as the apex. No. I think this has to be the apex. And it's a matter of reducing this at the back. Well, there's a lot of growth got to come off this. It would have to come back right down here. Okay. Actually, first things first, let's just take that one off, see how that looks. No, it's still too high at the back, it's definitely got to come back further. I think I'm going to come back here. Right, so this is the apex. Let me just spin it round a minute. Yes, this is the apex. So therefore this one back here, let's take this one back to there just for now. We'll let that one roll just for now. Oh, let's have a look. That can be shortened. We'll shorten that one. Shorten that. How's that looking from the front? Well, it's definitely right. That one can go. There's a branch there that can go. They can just be plucked off. Branch there, be cleaned off. Now I think we're starting to make a tree shape out of it. This is in the middle of coming up to the crotch. Dead stuff there. That one is too close. I wasn't looking there, but I felt it with my fingers. Let's have another look from the front. Well, now, if this grows up, I can see the shape of a triangle coming in. So I think we're heading in the right direction. Now, in this area here, there's too much going on again, so we'll have that one off there. Going on in here. Right, this bit here is going straight up. That can come off. Keep having a look from the front, excuse me. Something doesn't look right here. It looks too heavy. So this area here, we have to, oh yes, there's a lot of foliage that can be removed. That branch is coming from way down there. Right. I think we can shorten this one. Have another look at the front. This one here can come off. I will let that one grow just for now. This can be shortened here. And then we got something growing here right from the middle. That can come off. So as you start getting into it, it becomes clearer, at least to me, what needs to be chopped off. But it has been important to note this as the apex and cut everything around it. There's a bit of dead tree. I think I'm nearly there to let it go for the rest of the year. Yes, right, let me get some soil around it, clear the table up, put the baskets back, then give you a final spin. Okay then, just the finishing touches to it. A bit more soil on the top. Right, let's get the fertiliser baskets. These were very small baskets bought off the internet. I mean, they're perfectly good to use, just need to use a lot more of them. I did see on a forum somewhere, I think it might have been No Rules Bonsai. A chap had bought these also from China and found they're very small. Made a comment about them. But they are usable, perfectly good for holding the fertiliser. They just need to use a lot more of them. Right. Oh, I think that's my work completed for today. So a final spin for you. I'll leave this bit of dead wood here as it is for now. I'll water this in a minute, but there's a final spin. There's the front. I think that'll have to be the best view from the front. So let me know about these roots. I think that's the telling point as to which way we go. So I've done it from this side, but this is the apex, and everything coming down from there. So we come from the front, round. That'll be about the back. Carry on round, or dead leaf up there. Carry on round again. It's back to the front. Right then. There's the Escallonia sorted out. So any comments, please let me know. I'd like to see them. Right, thank you very much. Cheerio for now.